free space propagation model. There are two models. Okay, one is the free space propagation model, and second one is the two-way model. In free space propagation model, the power received by the receiver antenna, which is separated from a radiating transmitter antenna by a distance d, it means there is a distance between T and R is d, and is given by the free space equation, and PR equal to PT GT GR lambda square divided by 4 pi square d square capital R. The PT is the transmitter power and GT is the transmitter antenna gain, and R is the GR is the receiver antenna gain, lambda is the wavelength in meters, and D is the transmitter and receiver separation distance in meters, and L is the system loss vector not related to your propagation. So, in ideal antenna, which radiates power with unit gain is uniformly in all directions, and is often used to reference antenna gains in wireless system. The effective radiated power, isotropic radiated power ERP, it can be defined as PT into GT and represent the maximum radiated power available from a transmitter in the direction of maximum antenna gain as compared to an isotropic radiator. In practice, the effective radiated power ERP is used instead of EIRP to denote the maximum radiated power as compared to a half-wave dipole antenna. So, in the path loss, which represent the signal attenuation as a positive quantity measured in dB, is defined as the difference between the effective transmitted power and received power, and may or may not be include the effect of antenna gains. Okay. So that the path loss it may be calculated for a three-phase model. With antenna gain, it should be included. It should be the path loss is equal to 10 log PT by PR, that is equal to minus 10 log DT GR lambda square divided by 4 pi square D square. If when the antenna gains are excluded, so okay, your numerical term GT and GR it should be removed. So remaining there with the it should be approximately equal to unity gain. So that the path loss is equal to minus 10 log lambda square divided by 4 pi square into D square. The free space model is only valid prediction for the value of D, which are in form in the far field of transmitting antenna. The far field or Fraunhofer region of a transmitting antenna is defined as the region beyond the far field distance, which is related to the largest linear dimension of the transmitter antenna aperture and the carrier wavelength. The Fraunhofer distance, it can be calculated by df equal to 2d square divided by lambda, where d is the largest physical linear dimension of the antenna. Additionally, in far field region, df must satisfy, df should be much more greater than capital D. That the second one is two-way model or otherwise ground reflection model. In a mobile radio channel, a signal direct path between the base station and a mobile is seldom the only physical means for propagation. And hence the free space propagation model is in most cases inaccurate when used alone. The two-way ground reflection model, it is shown in figure. It is very useful propagation model that is based on geometric optics and considers both the direct path and ground reflected propagation path between the transmitter and receiver. This model has been found to be reasonably accurate for prediction the large scale signal strength over distance of several kilometers for mobile radio system that use tall towers as well as for line of sight microcell channels in urban environmental. So you will see that it is the transmitter receiver, that is the line of sight, okay, it is the reflected area, okay. So in most mobile communication system, that the maximum T and R, that is the transmitter and receiver distance, it should be in few tens of kilometer. It is defined by D or otherwise D naught. Okay. Then the total received for power E total is approximately equal to E LOS plus EG, whether EG is the ground reflected component. Okay, it is the ground reflected component. So you will find the, so here it is the HT is the transmitter height. Okay, it is the HR is the receiver height, and E naught is the free space field, that is the E field from the distance D. Okay, your D should be is approximately equal to greater than D naught for free space propagation model. Okay, that the free space propagation model in E field is defined, that is E naught D naught divided by D into WC into T by D minus C. It is the LOS, it is the reflected ground reflection signal. Okay, you will find the E total E LOS plus EG, that the path loss for two-way model is approximately equal to, it is 40 log D minus of, but it is the 10 log, it is the transmitter gain plus 10 log receiver gain at plus 20 log, it is the H, it is the height of your transmitter, and 20 log HR, it is the receiver height. So the next topic is link budget design using your path loss model. Okay. So what is the use of your link budget design? It will give the clearest and most sensitive way of computing what is the required transmitting or transmitter power. It gives only the approximation of the total signal to noise ratio, that the following equation it need to be considered to calculate the link budget. It is the received power, it should be equal to transmitted power plus gains minus losses. There are in path loss for link budget, there are two models. One is the log distance path loss model and log normal shadowing model. Okay. So what is the log distance path loss model? Is the first model. So here for this model, it is the average received power decreases logarithmically with the distance. According to this model, that the D can be called received power at the distance D, your path loss PL is equal to, it is the PL D naught plus 10 in log of D by D naught. Whether D naught is the close in reference distance, it is often determined empirically, and E is the transmitter receiver separation, and N is the path loss component, indicates rate of path loss increase with D naught. The value of N varies, small n varies with the propagation environments. The value of N is 2 for free space, and value of N is varying from 4 to 6 for obstructing the obstruction of building, and 3 to 5 for urban scenarios. That the important factor is to select the correct reference distance D naught. For large cell area, it is around 1 kilometer, while for the microcell system, it varies from 10 meter to 1 meter. That the limitation of this model, it is the surrounding environmental filter may be different for two locations having the same transmitter to receiver separation. And the second one is, moreover, it does not account for a shadowing effect. So these are the limitation of this model. Then you go for a log normal shadowing. Okay, so for this one, that the surrounding cluster is not considered for the log distance model in the previous model. So here average received power is inconsistent with the measured data. That is the main thing. That the equation here, you will see then that the PLDB is, it will be added with X sigma. Okay, that the same formula, it is X sigma. Here X sigma means it is the zero mean Gaussian distributed random value variable in dB with the standard deviation sigma also in dB. In practice, N and sigma values are computed from measured data. Okay, thank you.